What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another video. Today it's the Manchester City versus Arsenal preview. A big game for Arsenal up there at the Etihad Stadium. A place that we don't have a great record. This will be a difficult game. Of course, Manchester City lost at the weekend in the Manchester derby. Quite comprehensively beaten by Manchester United, 2-0. I watched the game and, they found it very difficult to deal with United on the counter-attack. The Premier League season is all but over, in terms of the title race. We know Liverpool are going to win the league. And City look like a team who've slightly taken their foot off the gas in the Premier League. Although, you can imagine them looking like prime Barcelona on Wednesday against Arsenal. It's just typical. They certainly missed Kevin De Bruyne, who dictates their midfield in there, and he missed the game through injury. Now, Pep Guardiola was speaking after the game against Manchester United, and he said that Kevin De Bruyne was improving day by day, and that they were hopeful he would be available for the Arsenal game. So bad news for us there, because De Bruyne does make that difference in midfield. But Manchester City, to me, look beatable. They look vulnerable. Don't get me wrong; they're capable of hammering pretty much any team in the Premier League on their day. So we have to hope they're not on their day. But certainly to me, it strikes me as a team that they know the league is over for them. Their best hope really of winning a big trophy is the Champions League. Of course, they beat Real Madrid in the first game away from home. And I think their focus is on that. So can Arsenal go to the Etihad and have a go at them? I think the last time we beat them was that famous Cazorla and Coquelin midfield performance when we really dominated and showed a side to us that a lot of people didn't think we had. We've only beaten Pep Guardiola's Manchester City once since he's been at the club. That was the FA Cup semi-final a few years back at Wembley. I remember that game well. A late winner from Alexis Sanchez. What we'd do to have him back. Certainly prime Alexis back in the team. But hey, Arsenal, go there and hit Manchester City on the counter-attack. They certainly struggle against pace. The likes of Fernandinho, Otamendi, Zinchenko, not the quickest. And I think if Arsenal pick the right team, they can trouble City. The problem will be the midfield. I think City have got so much quality in there to dominate the ball. Can we contain them? The team I would pick against Manchester City on Wednesday, Leno in goal. I would go with a back four of Bellerin, David Luiz, Pablo Mari and Bukayo Saka. Assuming that Mustafi is out, I would continue with Mari and Luiz, and let's see what Pablo Mari is really about. He did okay against West Ham, but this will be the true test. You're playing against Sergio Aguero, an elite player. The midfield, I would go with Ceballos and Xhaka. Of course, Torreira is out. And then, do we play a midfield three and take out Mesut Ozil and then sort of, match their energy in midfield? It's possibly something I would do, but I don't think Arteta will do that. So I would imagine that Mesut Ozil will play in the 10 role. My front three, no doubt about it for me, would be Martinelli on the left, Pepe on the right and Aubameyang through the middle. Because Manchester City look vulnerable against pace. That for me offers the most balance. I've said time and time again I wouldn't play Aubameyang on the left, certainly not on a regular basis. And I think Martinelli, Aubameyang, Pepe, three guys who can dribble, who can run, will trouble Manchester City on the counter-attack. I know Lacazette has scored 3 goals in his last 4. So he would have an argument for starting. And I wouldn't be surprised if Arteta played Lacazette through the middle with Aubameyang on the left and Pepe on the right. But for me, I would go Martinelli, Aubameyang and Pepe. I think that offers us the most balance, lots of pace. And I think City would struggle to cope with that. I wouldn't play Nketiah, that's for sure, in this game. So my front three, as I said, Pepe, Aubameyang, Martinelli. Let me know what you think. What formation would you pick? Do you think we can beat City? I'm going to be honest. I think we'll lose this game probably 2-1. I think it'll be tight. I just don't think we have the ability to control the midfield. And I think there will be a bit of a backlash from City. Pep's not going to accept them losing in the Manchester derby. De Bruyne will be back. It's a home game. I think we'll struggle. But, hopefully if we can go up there, maybe get a draw, even win, you never know. But I'm predicting a 2-1 win to Manchester City, unfortunately. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'll be back with lots more content. Check out my other videos on the channel as well. And I did a good collaboration with Ty as we reviewed the 1-0 win against West Ham. Back with more live streams this week. And everybody take care. Bless.